The Sydney Sweeney Aryan Eagle ad is not only xenophobic and racist, it's also scientifically inaccurate. She says genes often determine hair color and eye color. I'm sorry, often? That's literally what they do. If they're not determining hair color and eye color, what is? It's giving red pill podcast bro with no marketing experience clearly running their ad department. And I just hate when companies make content trying to use medical or scientific terms and then completely fuck it up. Like, it's not that hard to Google what genes do, how DNA works. Do genes often determine our traits, or do they always determine our traits?
Sydney Sweeney just won the culture wars and angered every girl with a septum piercing. 15 years ago, culture didn't just drift into weirdness, it was hijacked. There was a coordinated takeover of every cultural institution by progressive ideologues who replaced beauty, strength, and excellence with whining, weakness, and victimhood. Masculinity was labeled toxic, tradition was mocked, great art was replaced with grievance-based identity slop, victimhood became the new virtue. Enter Sydney Sweeney, a blonde bombshell who hit the internet running. One advertisement of her in American Eagle jeans, smiling, feminine, curvy, and unapologetically traditional, broke the internet. The ad was everywhere. Billboards, social feeds, reaction videos, angry think pieces. Why? Because it exposed a quiet truth loud and clear. Men are tired of being force-fed androgyny and ideological filters. They want beauty, femininity, something real, something without a dissertation on intersectionality attached to it. If you're young, you have no idea how commonplace these types of ads used to be. Back in the 80s and 90s, they were everywhere. The backlash of this wasn't subtle either. Every woman with a nose ring and a gender minor hit Twitter like it was the Hunger Games. You'd think Sydney Sweeney declared war on feminism. All she did was look like someone who enjoys brunch and wears deodorant. But deep down, they weren't mad at Sydney. They were mad that she proved what they already feared. The pendulum was swinging. This wasn't just an ad campaign, it was a cultural earthquake. American Eagle stock popped, engagement exploded, and it's clear for all to see now, it is no longer problematic for a woman to look like a woman again. It wasn't just a win for femininity, it was a crack in the dam, a sign that the old narratives are collapsing, and not just in fashion or beauty. Because once you start noticing it, you see it everywhere. In the video games you used to love, the stories you used to escape to, the worlds that once made you feel like a warrior, now sanitized, neutered, and converted into vehicles for someone else's political messaging. You used to play video games to feel like a warrior. Now half the characters are checking diversity boxes and the other half are lecturing you. Modern games feel like HR departments with boss fights, no danger, no edge, no soul. Games like Halo, God of War, and Call of Duty used to make you feel like a god, a soldier, a force of nature. Now you get scolded for pixelated violence and handed a morality lesson between cutscenes. Instead of being a force to be reckoned with, you're managing your character's trauma. You saw it clearly in the Last of Us series. The original game gave us Joel, a grizzled, reluctant protector willing to do the hard things to safeguard someone he loved. He was flawed, violent, and deeply human, the kind of masculine character who had weight. But in the second game, they killed him off in the first act with a golf club and replaced him with a new protagonist that felt like a DEI committee brainstorm come to life. It wasn't just bad writing, it was symbolic. The strong, stoic father figure had to go. His death wasn't a plot point, it was a cultural statement. Your kind of man isn't welcome anymore. It's not storytelling, that's erasure. Hollywood followed the same path. Blockbusters like Braveheart, Gladiator, The Dark Knight, they made you feel something. They stirred your blood. They honored sacrifice, duty, strength. Now you get a rebooted classic with a gender-swapped cast, a checklist of identities, and a script that sounds like it was written in a corporate HR seminar. They killed the mythos. They removed the archetypes. They replaced soul with slogans. Music lost its testosterone. Movies became safe spaces for ideology. Books got rewritten to fit hashtags. Even gym class got flagged as problematic. Now, You see it with Sydney Sweeney breaking the internet. It's not because of shock, but because she looks like a real woman. A woman with curves, feminine energy, and no desire to morph into a gender studies project. Her American Eagle ad campaign was everywhere. Billboards, TikTok, Instagram. The image of a classically beautiful woman unapologetically being feminine sparked outrage from all the usual suspects. And you saw the meltdowns online. Women with dyed hair and septum piercings clutching their phones like they just witnessed a hate crime. Why? Because they knew exactly what was happening. The pendulum was swinging back. That ad boosted American Eagle's brand exposure so much it sent the stock price climbing. Real beauty, real femininity, and real women were winning, and they couldn't stand it. That moment wasn't just viral, it was symbolic. It was proof that their stranglehold on culture is cracking. The revival is here. We are so back. You see it in the return to hard training, the growth of men's groups, fathers fighting for their sons. You see it in Trump reviving the presidential fitness test, not to score feelings, but to build strong young men. You see it in the rise of books, newsletters, and communities that say what others are too scared to say. You see it in garage gyms, weekend rucks, and men raising sons who know how to fight and fix things. They wanted a generation of weak, screen-addicted, compliant dependents. Instead, they're waking up to a tribe of men who deadlift, journal, read hard books, protect their families, and speak truth with their chest. This is the revival of strength, of aesthetic, of backbone. Men are done apologizing for being men. Look around. The signs are everywhere. Gym bros are quoting Marcus Aurelius. Mid-20s guys are ditching porn and learning how to fight. Podcasts on building muscle, making money, and leading a family. Sydney Sweeney breaks the internet just by being feminine, and women online meltdown. Men are deleting porn, lifting heavy, quitting weed. Home gyms are the new man caves. Big food is getting exposed for seed oils and the processed junk. The just eat less crowd who pretend food quality doesn't matter are finally getting clowned. Even normies are waking up. Your buddy who used to just be apolitical started cold plunging and reading Nietzsche. The culture war isn't just on social media. It's in the squat rack, in your fridge, in your bookshelf, because every act of discipline is an act of rebellion. Every healthy meal is a middle finger to the poison they sold us. Every workout is a rejection of learned helplessness. Every focused hour is a refusal to be distracted. Every time you hit the gym without motivation, it's a protest against the weakness of modern times. The algorithm wants you docile. It wants you scrolling, softened, and sedated. Your mission is to become dangerous, sharp, intentional, unstoppable.